years, and you've really taken this whole programming to a level that's just phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Well, welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. I'm going to take a look at one of our 4 agreements here. Release the need to be right. When you believe something, you assume you're right. You may even destroy relationships in order to defend your position. Let go of the need to defend your position. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 74, NASDAQ off 21, S&P's off 12, gold contract down $7, trading at $1,781 an ounce. Silver off 40 cents at $34.27 an ounce. Platinum off $3 at $1,641 an ounce. Copper up 3 pennies at $3.49 a pound. Light sweet crude down 98 cents at $98.01 a barrel. Bonds up 1.5 at 141.28. King dollar up on the move again, up 52 ticks, trading out at 77.66. Euro down 12 at 136, and the yen off 9 at 77.11. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're down 12. Well, what you really did here, folks, is that you try to get into the highs of Friday with lighter volume. We got into the 1263.85 point, couldn't make it. You did, check this out, 614 million versus 762. Isn't it? We go over the SPY. You take a look at the SPY, the SPY. What we actually did, we got to 127.45, which got over the Friday high, which was 126.99. You did it on 148 million shares versus anemic volume on Friday of 189 versus what you're going into, by the way, folks. You're going into the 27th, which is 393 million. So you try to get to a higher high, couldn't handle it, and as Steve and I were talking before we get on, it was like it's hard to suspect that you could actually get lighter volume than Friday, but in fact we did it. We go over to the 3 Qs. You take a look at the NASDAQ 100. 3 Qs out here got to 58.01 today. 58.02 was the high on Friday. The 3 Qs are going into 104 million shares. And what do we end up doing? We come into that We come into that with 44 million. You go to the diamonds, the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials today, the diamonds first off got to 121.57. Your high out there was 121.71. We did 7 million shares, and that's going into 12 million. We actually, now let's go over to the composite. You take a look at the actual composite. The composite today got to 26.82. That was going at the high out there was 26.84. Bottom line, absolutely no juice whatsoever as we try to get into those higher prices. Now the key, of course, is going to be how do we back down? Yeah. You know, couldn't make it on the way up, folks. Now what you're going to see is that as we start coming down to the lower end of this consolidation, will in fact the acceleration of volume go up. What we had last week is that we had a contraction in price, no doubt, but the volume characteristic went up, but not as much as it had to go up in order to break down to lower levels.
Yeah, and I think that the SPYs actually gave us such important information today. So we had the light volume, which is, you know, a sign of distribution at highs, right?
Right, that's right.
And so the SPYs go into the October 27th swing point.
Right.
The low on that was 125.96.
Okay.
Had 389 million.
Yep.
We got in there today. It went into the swing point from November 8th.
Oh, it's
which
not,
had
it's
224 million
it's
shares.
In there. Yeah.
Okay, the low on that was 125.71. It
right.
goes into the low of Friday, which is, you know, we didn't think we'd have lighter volume today.
Right.
I could not have written that script.
No.
Rejects that. So
right.
we've rejected, in essence, 3 swing points today on the SPYs with lighter volume.
It's huge. It's huge. And, of course, if we go over to King Dollar, folks, if you take a look at King Dollar, what does it do? Right now it's up 55 ticks. Grabs everything back from Friday. Building cause for dramatic, well, we'll see, we're at 77.69. It looks to me like we want to go to 80, number one, and the real key is going to be is an ABC structure on the way up. pushing that into the 89 structure. Now, check this out, folks. This is as dramatic as you can get when we're talking about Europe. What happened after the close in Europe today is this, is that in Germany, Angela Merkel, okay, so her party is the Christian United Party or something, okay?
Okay.
Well, they put a bill up there today that, in fact, will allow countries that want to exit the euro to exit it. Yeah. Okay, so check this out, folks. This is pretty cool because this really didn't hit the market.
Yeah.
It didn't hit the market, okay? But this was
when
going...
it hit the pound, though, I took a look at...
Did it?
Well,
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think today's activity in the pound is somewhat...
Listen, by tomorrow morning, folks, you hold on. Hold on to your seats, okay? Because what the press release says is this, is that the press release says that, hey, we're not kicking anyone out, but they plan, this is the beginning of the structure to turn around and let countries out of the euro, where the way that legal structure is right now, folks, okay, is that absolutely the countries themselves can't get out of the eurozone.
Okay. Okay.
It's a big number. Now,
so what do you think's behind that then? What's
behind? Okay, so let's go.
Is this the takeaway sale or something?
Watch this. No, it's even better. If you take a look, folks, if you're watching Tiger TV, or if you're not, I'll walk you through it. What you're looking at right now is that you're looking at the 10-year bond structure across the world.
Yes.
Okay? On the second part of this, where it says Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, when you look at the Italian 10-year, it was up 26 ticks. Folks, that's almost a full point, okay? You're at 6.67. Spain is up 26 points. That is at 6.03. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely.
That is an acceleration up, folks, of 15% in one day. Okay? Those countries can't pay that. It's not even close. But that's not going to stop there, folks. That baby's going to go, and you're going to probably see it go tomorrow. And that is the... now, something on that you want to watch like a hawk, too, is France. I think France is going to be the next one. And let me tell you something. Comment allez-vous? Très bien. They're going to have some big problems. Oh, yeah. They're going to have some big problems. 6 ticks is not that bad, okay? But I expect what you're going to see more pressure in the bond market over there because the market is waking up. The amazing part about this, for years, all that's been is what? No one will lend, they're worrying about our rates, okay?
Right.
Bottom line, folks, our rates are down. Their rates are going through the roof, and this dollar wants to go higher, which just basically, that does two different things.
Yeah.
Anyone that's holding our bonds makes our bonds worth more money, which is just amazing. So they're winning both ways on this. They're winning the way that as the actual price dropped, the yield dropped, the principal went up, which anyone that has bonds is making more money. But the second part of that is that what you can buy with it has gone up, the actual buying power.
Kind of interesting. So the guy who takes over for Italy, monetary guy, right?
Technocrat.
Yeah.
So they're all...
So the offer today is if you want to turn on your own printing press and get out of the euro and print your own currency.
Folks, you're going to hear a lot about this. A technocrat, okay? Forget it. A technocrat can't do a thing. The press is out here like technocrats. They're going to be the end-all, be-all.
Yeah.
All a technocrat is that someone's never made a paycheck, has worked for an institution forever, and supposedly, will make the right decisions. Well, the right decisions, folks, inside a technocratic regime, and I don't care what regime it is for them. It's for them and the institution. It's just a, institution. Now, we talk about institutions, right?
Yes.
Let me tell you something, folks. Inside our country, we know we have a problem. And I think the biggest problem is in good old Washington, D.C. If you didn't see 60 Minutes last night, folks, you're going to go Google 60 Minutes. And I don't care whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, black, white, orange, purple, evergreen, whatever it is, okay?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. They have it made. The bottom line, we all should be politicians. And you know what? They wouldn't even have to pay us. Because what it showed last night, so what this was about last night is this, folks. It was about insider trading by Congress, and I'm talking about Republicans and Democrats. We're going to go through them right now because let me tell you something. I didn't get to see it last night, but what I did is that John sent me over the program, and I just listened to the program.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So check this out. This is absolutely legal, folks. It's unethical, but it's legal. Okay. So one of the first ones, and what they had on is this. They had one of the first ones. This one here. I think this one is the biggest one over the top.
Yeah.
The chairman. He's the chairman of the banking committee right now. It's Buckus. Okay.
Okay.
So check this out. Right before, or right in the middle of the financial debacle, there was a meeting up in Congress with Henry Paulson, Bernanke, and Tim Geithner.
Right. Right.
With congressmen and congresswomen. Well, inside that meeting, they didn't even allow them to bring in cell phones. Okay? Inside the meeting.
Okay.
But check this out. As soon as that meeting was over, this Congressman Buckus,
yeah,
you guess what he does? Folks, if you ever traded options in your life, you know that options, number one, you know, you don't hold them because, as one of our listeners up in Western Mass says, the longer you hold an option, the more, you know, it stinks. It's like fish.
That's right, dead fish.
Dead fish,
Yep.
okay? Well, the bottom line is that he walks out of that meeting, and what does he do? He goes and buys put options on the market.
Yeah. Now, so we should be able to track that transaction, right? Because they have to file reports maybe every 90 days or something. Some time period, I would think they have to file.
Listen to this. This is pretty wild. It's only once a year. That's why it took so long for this to come out.
Okay.
It's only once a year they got to file it. But this is filed. He bought the put options.
Yeah.
Bottom line, and of course he made oodles of money.
Yeah.
When the market crashed.
I'd be happy. I'll be happy to go up to Congress and, be able to use that unethical.
So picture this, folks. The amazing part. Can you imagine all the people? So the way the rule goes is this. The way the rule goes is that congressmen and congresswomen and senators, because they're not getting this information off corporations, the insider trading law does not apply to them at all. Zero. Okay? They get better inside information than anyone.
Yes.
That's not the end of it, though. Okay, so that's on one side of the aisle. Let's go to the other side of the aisle. You go to the speaker. She used to be the Speaker House, Pelosi.
Yeah. Okay.
So listen to this one. This one's a beauty too. This one, you stay right there, folks, because this one is. Let's see. This one, her and her husband pulled down $100 grand, and all of about 5 days. And we're going to go through a bunch of them. You have to see this, folks, because you know what? You wonder why
we need to march on Washington,
you wonder why
baby.
Occupy Wall Street's out there? This is so unethical, it's unbelievable. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we're going to be right back.
X Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex listed company trading